Today we sit down with Zhaire McCormick, KIPP Revs middle school basketball coach, founder of the War Room. Zhaire has had a lot of success in the past couple years, leading his young boys in his middle school program to a lot of success, a lot of championships, a lot of notoriety. But as we know, with notoriety come a lot of critics, come a lot more responsibilities. It could bring a lot more headaches, if you allow it to, So we had an amazing conversation with Zhaire today, about family, the staying grounded, the importance of understanding your purpose and understanding your place, navigating the city of Camden within that. So it was an amazing conversation. Hope you guys enjoy. Talk to you in a bit. Because this is my truth, you know what I mean? And at the least you gotta respect it.
Would you think you trading comfort for like you know what I'm saying? Like you say, no one bothered me, so like I'm cool in that area, but at the same time, the comfortability of it is like when it comes to the awareness of like truly what we need to do to move the needle, it's not happening.
Yeah, but I could control what I could control too. So it's like until I could change that piece, it's okay.
Just control what you
I know
control.
the day I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And that's when I talk about conversations like that, that's my answer. I know I'm supposed to be here today. And that we just going off of that.
Gotcha.
All right. We back. A.M.University. Who knows what episode we on, but we back, man. Antoine Miller, A.M.University. Zhaire McCormick. Finally. I've been trying to get you for years, I think. Like we got 5 years into this podcast, finally got you on the show, man. How you living, bro?
I'm living good. I appreciate you having me.
You family, man. What's up, bro?
Yeah, just got married. Just got married like a month or two ago. Yeah, just doing my thing. Like you said, years. I remember when I was starting my training program, and you was giving me shout out. So I appreciate you and showing love.
World class trainer. Zhaire McCormick, man, founder of the War Room, head coach of the KIPP Revs middle school, one of our middle school programs, doing an amazing job there. Really changed the landscape in the area of middle school basketball, and I want to dive deeper into that. But yeah, without further ado, man, Zhaire McCormick, man, glad to have you on the show. So let's start from here because I know you didn't start the program, right? And you coached other places prior to that, so how'd you get into coaching? Because I see a lot of people, and this is totally the wrong way, what I'm about to say. Like I see a lot of people that, all right, I know my basketball career is done. Now I should automatically be a coach because I know I can't play no more. It's not necessarily that you got a passion for coaching. It's just like, oh, I know I can't do this no more. So that makes like perfect sense when in actuality it doesn't. But for you, how did it go with you getting into this field? Or maybe you stumbled upon it. I stumbled upon it.
I stumbled upon coaching in a volunteer setting at MJD, and the director, Tom Persons, he just was like, "Yo, man, I see how you are with the kids. You're not too removed age wise." And I live right around the corner. How would you feel about volunteer coaching? And I'm like, these kids ain't gonna listen to me. I don't know them. They don't know me. My family was from that area, but I wasn't raised in that area, so I didn't really know the area, the balance between that 6th and Ferry downtown area and Centerville and the kids and the mingling. So I did it and I loved it. I loved how they took to the information, how they competed, how they wanted to be coached. They wanted the structure. They wanted to listen. They wanted to go hard. Yeah.
I'm hearing you say about downtown 6th and Ferry. Somebody just gave me a history lesson.
The difference
I
between the
always, I
two.
always, I always thought I always thought Six and Ferry was downtown. I mean, I'm a Fairview guy, so it was just like somebody was telling me the other day that I talked to somebody else,
Yeah,
Rico was like, "What? No, it's like they
yeah.
like two different places." I was like, "What you mean? Right on Broadway?" I don't know. I just thought that was
Nah, it's
funny.
crazy. It's crazy how our community designates where people are from, but streets, areas, it can get like
Y'all got it, man. Y'all
that.
downtown people, y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it. So how did the Landing Square thing come about?
COVID hit. But before COVID, I was an assistant coach under um, the previous head coach Matt George,
Yep, yep.
and before I really didn't. I was working there and I didn't want to be a part of it because like they were winning and I felt like I couldn't really add anything to a program that was already winning. Like why am I going to come on board? And then me and Matt connected. He allowed me to be another head while he was a head, and that's what I was looking for. Where like I could grow. He could hear my feedback and really take me serious. And I felt at times where like we're in crunch games and he's letting me take the wheel, knowing that he's leaving the following year. So I felt like it was kind of a Master Yoda thing. But we did the 1 year together, and then COVID hit. He went his way, and I applied for the head coaching position, 2021, 2022, and it was crazy how I got hit with it because now the kids have been at home. There is no program. The program that was so known in the city, winning 4 championships under him, it was scattered. The kids were scattered. People were doing remote learning. But I knew I was getting the job, so I got in contact with a lot of the kids, and we did summer workouts, and I worked out 8 of them. And my promise to them was, y'all work out for free. We work. But the moment y'all start to stop coming, I subtract days. Yo, I'm not gonna be here more than y'all. By the end of the summer, I got one. And that one kid is Azon Young. And Azon Young, his 8th grade year, averaged 19 and 15. And he had 2 left feet.
Two left
He had
feet.
2 left feet. He was terrible. I was like, yo,
Man.
how we gonna get you going? He's the kid that he's getting good and getting better, and he's his confidence, but also his bravado is growing,
Yeah.
and he starts coming at me like I'm him, and I'm like, kid, like you were nothing before I got my hands on you, and but you put the work in. Don't get it twisted. You put the work in, but like don't forget, and that's kind of the biggest thing that I've always preached to my kids is like, don't forget who was with you. Don't forget who. Not that you owe them anything, but like, give them that nod. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
great kid, great young man. Come from a great family. Mom don't play.
Yeah,
So
we
he's
know
not
we
young.
know that too. We know that too. That's dope that Coach George. So that mean he had to see something in you because ain't no head coach is allowing basically another head coach on their staff, giving them the reins, turning their back. My exact same experience was with Bird at West Tech. It was the exact same way. Like I could never ever even say anything bad about Bird because like when I got to KIPP High School, that transition was so seamlessly because for 7 years he allowed me to be a head coach without having a title. And the beautiful part about that is when you do things wrong and experiment, you don't get none of the blame.
Yeah, you doing it on someone else's
You
dime, on someone else's time.
like, oh, scratch that.
Yeah,
Let me throw
yeah,
that out. This ain't gonna work when I'm a
yeah.
head coach. So that's really dope that he saw that in you, man. Um, but hearing you though, and actually seeing you physically do it, you also brought another thing to the program though, like a thing,
Yeah,
like that was missing. You took it to another level. Like they won before you, but it don't feel the same then. They are probably just winning as it feels now. Like people see it, people feel it now, right?
yeah.
Throughout the city and beyond. What during that process? Because you said what did I bring to the program? I didn't know. Did you start to like, wait, no, I think I do got something different than the previous regime.
I started seeing it when the landscape of middle school basketball starts to change and the conversation starts to change.
You look like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see that in you. Yep, in the way you move. Yep.
But as far as like me moving and me internally seeing it, it was hard for me because I just want to win. I want to compete. I want kids to get better. And it was a beautiful thing was is that I had a lot of relationships with the kids and the parents before I took the job. So like a lot of the kids that even I have now, I had them since they were 3 and 4. So with the war room training, I was able to cultivate and develop them from a personal standpoint, from from relationship standpoint, loving on them. So when it was time to hold them accountable, you couldn't really say nothing to me because I loved on you so much. So when I say something to you, I started with the love already. I laid that foundation.
Say that all the time.
So now it's and I feel like that's what I meet them with. I meet them in the beginning of the school year, and throughout it, you meet them with the love and you meet them with the consistency, and then now they look up and they like, yo, yeah. So now it gives me the right to hold you accountable.
Simple.
I've been in the fire with you. I was with you when you couldn't do this. I was with you when your grades was bad. So now when you start to reap the benefits of it, yeah.
Simple. It's comical when people would see me like yelling at my players, right? And I actually heard a guy that I thought like you a tough dude, bro. I can't believe you even said this. He watched one of our summer league games, and word got back to me that he's like, yo, tell Twan to chill. Like he a little too hard on him. Like he yelling at him. Like I'm like you like, and it went back to what you saying because I hear this. Nobody comes to me, but I hear this like a lot. Like yo, you really hard on them. Like you like really loud and boisterous about them. I was like, but you don't know this kid love me behind the scenes though. You don't know the kid know I love them. I could do and say whatever I want because I earned that right. I'm not just doing this because I just met the kid. Like that don't even make sense. Like you earned that right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's funny how fans are, man. But you've had a ton of success, like over the past couple years.
Yeah.
And it's intensifying, actually, right? How you navigating that with yourself and how you navigating that with your team? Because I mean, I don't know who's the mentors in your life. I don't know if you have any, but you got a brain, right? And the brain is really powerful, right? And it's tough. I can speak to myself. It's tough when you're in a position where you got to be the sharpest person in a room all the time, or it won't happen, right? You got to lay that foundation. You got to come up and try to be the best version of yourself, and for all the people that's going to follow you every single day. Right, but you still human too, right? Who do you have to use? It's only so many YouTube channels you could watch for motivation and things like that, right? So you got to self-internalize that success that you having and put it in its proper perspective. So how are you navigating that yourself as well as putting it into these kids that just see we just dominate and like you can't tell me nothing, man. And I don't know if they think that way. I'm just guessing.
Nah, they do though, and I feel sometimes like I'm Phil Jackson, and I'm managing because the kids are so talented. I'm managing more of the social side of it, more of the ego side of it than sometimes basketball, because it's like, I was never that good in middle school, and y'all kids are good and talented. But from the flip side is I also watched the game and I knew the game at a younger age too. So like that's where it's kind of like I can kind of like hit y'all with that, like But as far as the success thing, and just the personal growth, I was going off on a tangent. What's the question? I'm sorry.
It's a challenging question, man. It's a challenging experience.
Oh, you asking about even mentors and stuff like that?
Yeah, like how do you look at something to balance yourself out? Do you self internalize yourself, or is your girl checking you? Like that's a big one. Women always put it, especially if they care about you. Just back in your proper perspective. And I'm not saying you might not even have an issue with it. But I know with me, and I see it. It's just when you don't see it, like that person over there, like, yo, all right, balance it out. Like, get your stuff back in order. Like, don't you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can actually see that person that you respect doing it. But when you can't see it, like, the thing about me growing up, we never had mentors. I say it all the time. I didn't know what the word mentor meant at like 16, 17 years old when somebody first told me, right? And then when I got older and I wanted to inspire to do things, I was like, okay, I got to create these things myself. Whether I see it on TV, I'm not gonna know these people. But I gotta like, I do want to emulate that. I don't want to do that, right? I do want to look up to him in certain aspects, right? How does this fit me as a person, but what can I take from him? Right. So now I got to create these visions in my head of the people because I'm not going to see it. We don't have dads, bro. Like we don't have that person to, so we got to figure it out on our own or we just going to be stuck, so I'm in your case, I'm just talking about the success part, right? Like, I don't know if you have people to look up to about it, but it's just tough in this area to find that.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying, how do you deal with it internally? And the same question is, how do you pour into your kids about that? Like just to balance the success out, and like it's about the work and it's about the process.
Yeah.
Keep the main thing the main
Keep
thing.
the main thing the main thing. Absolutely. Having people. I mean, having people like you had him on your podcast, Harold Jones, Beeve, that's OJ. I had his son since he was 6 and 7 years old. Shout out to him. But he's a voice in my ear all the time, giving me knowledge, giving me feedback on things. Kev Jenkins, that's my guy. That's my guy.
What up, Kev?
Yeah, that's my guy. Cause Kev keep it real.
What up,
and
Kev?
It's something about the old school and something about your elders that I resonate with, and I can take it because I grew up with a level of respect always for my elders, whether they told me good or bad.
Yep.
And believe it or not, from afar, seeing you, when me and you talk, and we don't talk all the time because we got our own thing, and that's life, and we adulting and you working, and but like when I bring something to you, you got information for me immediately, or you want research it and get right back to me. I text you, you hit me right back. So seeing your growth from being coaching your AAU team at MJD, and then
Lord. Lord.
but even coming to your practice and seeing that and seeing how organized and systems and how y'all got the kids moving and different things like that, I'm taking it back to my program and I'm like, yo, this is how we need to do it, cause this is how I'm seeing it, and this is what basketball and efficiency and the efficiency of time should look like. But it's hard though, because when you're winning and you're doing these things, it's easy to just check the winning column and to keep it pushing. So like this year, even for a long time, I told myself I was going to add film, and so now we have to add film because now the kids are so talented that they think their ish don't stink. Like I'm like, that did happen, but because I don't have it on film, it's like I don't remember. So we have to film our practices. We have to film these games because that's another level of accountability. But it's crazy because I felt like that whole creating basketball, middle school basketball in this area, I felt like I also created obstacles that weren't there before that now I'm seeing, whether it be coaches, people,
Say more.
just things that just weren't there, that like I don't want flowers for, but it just was like y'all wasn't caring this much. Now y'all care this much, and maybe it's from a social media side, but
A person came up to me a few weeks ago, just about basketball, but then you came up, and it was critiques, right, about this and about that. Oh man, like how they beating people so bad and whoop de whoop de whoop, right? And I did not respond back. I did not respond back. I was just like, huh. And I was like, I'm thinking in my head while this person is talking to me, and I'm like, I hear you, but overall, I'm looking at it like no one cared prior to his success, though. Because again, and I could be wrong, but I met Matt George. He's a really solid dude. But I had no idea about the 4 championships when Matt George was there. Like, because of what Zhaire did, in the social media space and just bringing more light to it, people started to care when Zhaire was the coach. And then, but with that, here come all the critics. When I do see y'all play or whatever like that, I'm just looking at people in the stands. I'm like, you can't make these dudes happy, yo. It don't matter what he or this team does, is going to be some type of criticism attached to it. What do y'all want? What do y'all want? And I'm not saying what the dude was saying to me was even an inch of fairness. It could be, but to me, I don't. I overall, I truly don't care, because y'all didn't care before I was here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, most of these people are not in the field. You're not in the field, right? So, yeah, you can see this product out there, but you have no idea what's happening behind scenes. You had no idea what we took to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Who was here to help me when I started this process?
They're losing.
But now everybody has an opinion. How you deal with the critics, bro? How do you navigate the critics, bro?
In the beginning, I had to come back for everything. I'm snapping. I'm like, ugh. But as I grow, you go the namaste way, and I just turn my head and I keep it.
You truly feel that inside, that you like you said. I'm gonna just just turn my back to it. Let y'all say what y'all want to say. Are you truly at ease with what you just said?
Yes, because like you said, it's no.
I'm not, because I don't speak much, but I'm not at ease with it inside. I'm just letting you know, like, because the things I hear sometimes
it's crazy.
It's like
it's
Pluto.
crazy. It's crazy from a coaching standpoint, from a parent standpoint, from a player standpoint. Sometimes it just be like, this a team, right? This, like, we function as a team. They're middle school kids.
Middle school kids.
And yeah, some of the environments that they are in is like, wow, like, this is high school. This looks like college level, like the intensity of it. But they're still kids. They're still young men, and we gotta remember what we doing, what we trying to do.
But you don't respond.
So now I've learned to not respond. Before, I always had a comeback for something, because I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But yeah, man, inside, does it sit well with me? No, because of the amount of work that I'm doing behind the scenes. The leaving the gym at 9 a.m. Picking kids up early in the morning so they can come and get early shots. Giving kids money to eat and stuff like that, because I know that they need meals and different things like that. The training, sacrificing my off seasons. In my summers with my kids.
Not charging. Like, you still might not charge certain kids, even if they're on your teams. I'm still sacrificing my time when I could be, like.
It's a lot of sacrificing.
Okay, you choose to go that way.
Yeah.
Like, I wish more people came up to me. Please, I'm so sick of hearing the third person saying something about this, something about that, like, and not from a like an evil type of way, like I want to, but like, I do feel like it's an education piece that y'all missing too. Like, y'all need to be educated, right? Because one thing about this city, that it always been this way. Even when the city was great with basketball all around, right? It was just like, it was all about winning. Like you said, like, this is still kids. And to me, when you say that, we need to look at that in the grand scheme of things. Yo, we still need to put this in perspective. This position, right? Y'all just want whatever y'all want at the time, but y'all still not putting it in perspective, right? This happened because of that. That happened because of that. All y'all see is the win or the loss.
And you see it all the time, Miller, with post basketball, where the kids be walking around looking like zombies, and you like, that was a 1,000-point scorer, or that was a kid that helped y'all win a state championship.
It's never talked about. It's never talked about.
Why he not in school? Why he not?
This was the star of that team. 27 now, walking down Mount Ephraim, something like that. Still talking about what he did when he was 16 years old, but who there for him now? That's the gut wrenching part. Nobody is there for them now. But in high school, you gave them a packet to go pass a class so you could play in that playoff game.
And don't get it twisted. What I've learned and what I've through my time of just being in education and coaching and mentoring, you can't save everybody.
100%.
Because you logistically will lose yourself. You will sacrifice yourself in some capacity.
100%.
But to be able to call on them and lean on them, and like we have times where alumni got to come back. I feel like understanding what KIPP Revs basketball is historically, leaning on the championships, leaning on the culture, leaning on Miss Casado and what she's built there. It's easy to hold the kids accountable, and because now they look up and they like, I want this. But the only way you get access is if you listen, if you comply, if this is, when it comes to basketball and what y'all trying to do, this is a dictatorship. This is not a democracy. It's going to be this way. I'm going to listen to y'all. I'm going to respect y'all, but y'all gotta bring it every day. Y'all gotta bring the energy. I was happy when school started because my kids were so consumed with summer and AAU that they're not even looking like themselves. And I'm like, I've told my assistant coach, like, I'm sorry, but just take them, because I know what the school environment brings to the kids. It brings to the families. They go from their classroom, systems, routine, structure, to the gym. So by the time they get to me, there is no car ride with your folks. There is no AAU and you go get yours. And I was seeing that in the summer. I'm like,
go get yours.
Go get yours. Be great. This your year. This your year. So,
all right, man. How do you? It's crazy. It's bro, some wild times that we live in, bro. But like you said, it's just like I don't know. It was like a James Baldwin sit down with somebody, and he was just like, the conversation was like bringing that stuff home to your wife and to your kids and things like that, your work, and it's just like, that's a non-negotiable, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like, if this kid and his family want to be that stuck in their ways, cool. It's not going to compromise my life in the process. I can't afford it. Like,
it is tough.
Afford it because it's other kids over there that want to. And I want to with you too, but for some weird reason, like, you don't see it. But I also think the environment creates that, and that's the part because I walk away fast. Right now, I don't want to say walk away fast, but when I see that it's clear that you want that wall up, I'm walking away. But I still walk away frustrated because I know the environment created that, and that goes back to what I'm saying about what I was talking about, the critics and the winning and losing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all created this. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, y'all created this.
Yeah.
Because it's all about you too.
Yeah.
You want to go home happy with a win, right?
Yeah.
Not understanding the dynamics of what just happened in that game.
Yeah.
Are you really looking? Do people really look at games, or are they just?
Well, they look at the games. What they don't see is, again, the off season, the starting early, and then you tell them that, and they're like, okay, but then how did I start early? How was I able to get here on time? My wife had to grab my 3 kids, and she had to be with them all day. Like, that had to be a sacrifice. I had to find coverage here. Then I got to go across the town, pick up this 3 kids. The logistic part of what it takes to whether success or no success, to run a program and do what we do, it's unmatched. It's unmatched, and I didn't realize it until I started doing it. But from a player standpoint, you create an environment where it's so competitive that, like, even the starters are like, oh, stuff, he will go younger. He will play one of the younger kids. And it's like, or like just holding them accountable to the grades. I had a kid that was like, yo, man, it's only 1 point. You can't play. The required GPA is what the required GPA is. The standard is a standard. I had kids that mess. They had AAU, and we had a playoff game. You'll have to sit 2 quarters because that's in the contract. Oh, it's the playoff game. Staff was asking me, "This is a playoff game." The rules apply to everybody, y'all. If I bend them, I lose. Not you. Not even the kids. Necessarily my structure is indifferent, because now they taking me as a joke.
No, so they lose though. The kids lose. They
ultimately
just don't know.
later down.
They lose. They
But everyone
lose.
wants to see the immediate, like what happened immediately, like what, like
We doing this for love, bro. Like y'all just don't
yeah,
see it yet. But you'll see it at 25, 30 years old.
yeah.
How do you balance your personal growth with your team's growth? Because at the end of the day, still we all got goals. We are still a human being, right? It the basketball world is tricky because you graduate that crop, here come a whole new crop, and you want to do the
Yeah,
same thing. You get connected to them emotionally, and the cycle just keep going though, if you allow it. And it's just like, man,
yeah. It can be
it's
hard.
tough.
It
It's
can be
tough.
hard. Personal growth. You just try to tap in with coaches like yourself and other coaches that are going to keep it real with you. They're gonna love on you. They're gonna pour in you. And I felt like that's what I've done throughout the years. Like I've tried to do that. Definitely, you want to go upper and upper echelons of basketball. When you feel like you're not being challenged. I'm like, this is not challenging enough. I gotta get. So that brings that itch. But we do a lot of like building and rebuilding even within season with our younger guys. So it's a lot of like, that's why it's also kind of no gaps in the team when it comes to like who's coming in and who's playing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my younger brother Cartier, and he was at a school, and I'm like, "Yo, mom, I need him with me." And I trained Cartier since he was 5. So when I got the job, and I'm like, I want him to come here and play. The school's nice, different things like that. He came to the school, and so that just magnified us another, made us another better for another 2 years.
Yeah.
But as far as it's tough, but when you got those younger kids and you got those systems and stuff in place, it make it a lot easy. I mean,
Let's end with this. What should youth basketball look like overall, in Zhaire McCormick's eyes?
the development and what should be the focal point of youth basketball. Family, consistency, and love. It should be for me. For I say for me because I felt like it's a broad question only because basketball in Hanfield is different from basketball in Camden, from a social side, right? Like from what they deal with and from what they see. Like from that
I
aspect.
get it.
Basketball is gonna be basketball. No,
I
if the
nah,
ball's in the hole,
I get
you
it.
cut, you down screen, but they don't deal with what we deal with.
I
We
get
don't
it.
deal with what they deal with.
I get
And
it.
so my chime words are going to be different from your chime words. What motivates you ain't going to motivate me, and what motivates me ain't going to motivate you. So here, our kids love consistency and family. We don't when we get into the huddle, we don't say the team, the school. We say family because we family. And I find when you meet people with love, with consistency, and with that family piece, you can't lose. So
Zhaire McCormick, man.
I appreciate you
Zhaire
having me.
McCormick, man.